Alrighty, welcome back. We got quads today. Should be an interesting day today. Feeling not too bad. Didn't get as much rest as I would have liked, but that's alright. So yeah, energy's it's lower than what it's usually at this time of the day. We had a pretty decent lunch. So I've probably got enough food in to kind of push through the session. I don't know about upping the weight. I'll just have to see how everything's feeling. Because I'm still hoping to push the weight up, but I might just not have enough in the tanks to do it. And I'm not too constrained on time today, so hopefully I can get everything done in the order I would like, and to be able to spend as much time as I need on each exercise. So hopefully that can be the game plan for today. Other than that, nothing really to change or that will change. And just be kind of normal as is. I think the only change I did from last week was I removed leg extensions with a pause, and I removed the superset with the sissy squats just because I didn't feel like I needed them, at least for that session. But I was also slightly time constrained that week, so this time it's going to be slightly different because I'm not too time constrained. Some of those kind of two exercises, I'll see how I go. Probably want to keep sissy squats in because they're really good. I'll just see time wise how I'm looking once squats are done, because that's obviously that's the part of today that soaks up the most amount of time, because the amount of rest I need in between sets is what causes that kind of exercise to kind of spike in time, rather than everything else. Kind of you can manage the breaks accordingly. Squats is just one of those ones that you have to just listen to your body, and sometimes you just need a longer break than normal, but that's fine. It's just, it only affects those days where I do have something on afterwards, or I need to be somewhere quicker. In those cases, that's when it can kind of backfire a little bit. But overall, I think it'll be pretty okay. It's just about listening to your body, really. Most of the time I can manage it pretty well. Then there are some sessions where, I've sat there and, I've finished up and gone, okay, it's my, fourth or fifth set on squats. And I've been sitting, I've been doing the exercise for nearly 40 minutes. So just trying to turn it over a bit quicker is the idea. So it's just something to manage a little bit, but I'm not too stressed. We'll just play it by ear, but I don't want to be soaking up unnecessary amounts of time in between sets. So I'll just try and keep a bit of a note on how long each of my breaks have been. Hopefully we can smash this session out in a good kind of just over an hour. Okay, that'll be pretty good. And we can pack it in and review how it all went and go from there. So this last time I'll try and talk, but we'll just see how we go. Just still need to build that confidence up, but even if it's for maybe an exercise or even just a couple of sets, I might try and might do something a little quietly, probably not as loud as I want it to be, but I'll see, like in editing I'll have a look at how loud I was speaking, depending on my level of comfort and adrenaline, and yeah, we'll just go from there. If it was too quiet and I was speaking too softly, then I'll just cut it out. Yeah, I'll give it a shot and see how we go. Yeah, stay tuned for that, whether it does or doesn't happen. That's always the question. But anyway, I'll leave it here. Yeah, looking forward to today. It should be a good day. So yeah, leave it here, and I will catch you when we start doing some single leg to warm up, and hopefully you'll be able to then see me do some nice heavy squats, start pushing the weight up a little bit. So I will catch you then.
they're friends. Because also, can you take the dress back to because I'm leaving it I don't know what's going on. What? It's good. Oh, yes.
Alrighty, quads are done. A really good session today. Managed to actually get up to 160, which was really good, and got that for, I think it was 8 in the end, which was really good. That's what I kind of wanted to hit in terms of rep amount. So I was really happy with how it went. Obviously slapped the belt on just because I haven't done 160 in quite a while and just want that extra support and extra stability. It went really well. Really happy with how that went. It took a little while just because I needed an extra bit of time in my rest breaks, and then after that it was a struggle just to get the machines that I wanted afterwards. So getting the leg extension and leg press, it was a busy afternoon, so that kind of increased my rest time. So I booted off the single leg extensions because they were just more for like warming my knees up and warming my quads up, but I did plenty of stretching and static holds and dynamic movements on the squat rack, so that way I was warming them up properly. So I spent a good kind of 5 to 10 minutes warming up before I even put weight on the bar, let alone working my way up slowly and comfortably. So yeah, just took my time with it, because I couldn't do that warm-up exercise, and yeah, it worked really well. Knees were fine, lower back was really fine through all of it. It was just when I had a bit of an extended break in between the 140 and the 160, and that's what kind of made my back a little bit sore. Was sat down for a bit too long. I should have been standing up and kind of kept moving, but still gave myself like a good rest time, made sure that my back was okay and was feeling good, and then had some water, did a little stretch, made sure definitely my back was good, and then slapped the belt on and smashed it out. So I think it went much better than expected, and then everything else went well, and of course because that was such a heavy and kind of big increase from last time doing squats, everything else felt a little bit harder, which was good, like a good kind of hard feeling. It's just more like it felt like I needed to push myself that little extra bit to get the reps in for the weights, like the same weights, but to be able to get the same or slightly more reps in. So it was really good. I'm pleased with how everything went today. Definitely going to be sore, but it should be a good sore. So yeah, today went very well. I'm very happy. So don't really have much else to say really. Don't these days kind of just function as their own now. Now I kind of fix my form up on squats, I'm pretty happy. You know, got my feet much closer in, so kind of like my heels are close to touching, even though, you know, I can see that there's a good distance apart from them, but it's perceived like my heels are pretty much touching, and I found that last week as well, that in that position, having my knees go outwards, so where they would normally want to travel, because they'd want to travel kind of in line with my knees, that in that position it didn't feel as stable, if that makes sense. Like, it felt like a lot of my abductors had to abductors needed to kick in to kind of push the weight up, especially like right at the bottom. Whereas if I thought about just making my knees go dead straight, then all of the pressure and all of the weight felt like it was right on my quads, like right in the center of my quads. And then it meant if I really needed to push, none of my abductors were being used. Like, it happened a few times on the 140 and 160 where I went pretty low, and, you know, really needed to dig deep to, you know, complete the rep. But even when I did, and even if my hips or my back shot up to accommodate for it, none of my adductors were getting used, my lower back wasn't being used, it was just all in my quads, and then that kind of final quarter of the rep, you know, squeezing through with my glutes. You know, similar to like what you would do on bench, where like majority of the rep is through your chest, and then that kind of just little end bits just through your triceps. It's just that locking out. So, but yeah, it was really good. So I'm very happy. You know, it's just my quads that are sore. Hamstrings are fine. You know, they're like semi-activated because it's a supporting muscle group. But yeah, it's just my quads that are sore. So I'm very happy, and I'm just glad that doing those kind of little tweaks has made quite the difference. So yeah, very pleased with how everything's going, because yeah, as you know, my main focus for this kind of block is definitely my quads and my arms, because I just want to put some good size on them, at least for this block, and probably the next block, so at least for the next couple months, really smashing it out. Yeah, particularly my quads, because like when I look at them, I don't think they're anything special. They could get bigger or more defined, but you know, sometimes I see angles or photos of them and they look, you know, pretty good, but I just feel like they do have more to grow, more to develop, and you know, only time will tell. I just got to really smash them out and make sure that they're getting really kind of not fatigued, but you know, you got to really put a lot of volume and time and effort into your legs, because they're, you know, a bigger muscle and they tend to recover just that tad bit quicker. So you need to be hitting them semi-frequently, and you know, for me at least, I'm hitting them twice a week. You know, if you're doing quads, then hammies on, you know, a separate day, but for just legs in general, I'm hitting them, you know, twice a week. You know, relatively spread, like they're not spread apart too much where they, you know, it's not like a Monday and a, you know, Thursday or something. You know, they're pretty close together, but enough time to recover, but also enough time where, you know, they haven't spent well over 7 days just resting and doing nothing. So, you know, it's a balance, but I find that, you know, the exercises I'm doing and the weights that I'm putting on, with the volume that I'm hitting, that, you know, I'm doing, you know, the best I can at the moment. There's probably definitely room for improvement when I kind of give this block a bit of a feedback and, a bit of a review. But for the meantime, I think it's working really well. And yeah, let's just try and stack as much size on as I can, safely and comfortably, but there's always room to go outside your comfort zone when you can, and that's what I always try and aim for in some regard. Like today doing squats, haven't slapped 160 on a bar in quite some time, so it was a bit nerve-wracking, but once I did it I was like, easy. So it's just pushing past those little mental barriers. But anyway, enough yapping. I'll leave it here. Thanks for watching if you made it this far. We got chest tomorrow, so that should be a good day. Try and smash that out and get a good chest pump. Hopefully not too long of a session, but yeah, we'll see how we go. Anyway, I'll leave it here. Thanks for watching again. Get to the gym, do your cardio, and I will catch you tomorrow. Smash out some chests. I'll see you then.